Three, two, okay. Hello, 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 everyone. What time is it? It's time for Sip Sip with Kathleen, and I'm your host, Kathleen with the KP Martin. I hope y'all are excited tonight. This is episode 82, finishing up season 4. We haven't been online in a minute. Sometimes, like a charger, you have to recharge, and when you recharge, you come back and you ready and steady. So excited tonight to be able to have these beautiful ladies that I have on here. But before I let you know who's on here, we got to pay these bills. If you are in the Atlanta area and you got documents that you know that need to get notarized, you've been calling everybody else, they ain't been answering your call, they ain't even responded to your texts. Heck, they haven't even showed up. Why are you calling them? You know who to call. 20 years in the business. MJM, one enterprise, one family, one unit, where we believe in quality over quantity. I'm your owner. Give us a call, 404-618-9473. Now, let's get to business. I'm so excited tonight, coming back off of a little hiatus with the business uh, through Cat's Eyes Media and Sip Sip with Kathleen, because tonight is a very special show. We have beautiful ladies on here. And if you've been following me, you know this is the first time that we had more than one woman on the show at a time, because it's special. It's a special moment. It's a time for me to celebrate my sisterhood, celebrate someone and these ladies of something that we talked about a year ago, and God has made it happen. And I'm so proud. So let's introduce the first young lady, the person who is making this possible. Miss Angela Reese Brooks. She is an author. She's a realtor. She's a mom. She is a transformational coach and speaker, doing it big in the Savannah area. And just excited to have you here tonight. And then, before we let all the ladies talk, we have a beautiful queen here from Texas. Yeah, Sip Sip doing things all the way in Texas at this point, right? We have a beautiful entrepreneur doing things in the community, has her own academy. Miss Shanita, vital to the experience. Hello. Davis, just doing it big. So excited to have you ladies here tonight. And these ladies are here because we are part of the Release the Baggage Women's Conference that is going to be held in Savannah. So, ladies, give it up. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
Good,
Glad
Look,
to be
I'm
here.
double dutching. I'm ready to. I've been so ready to jump in. And look, I even grabbed some of my papers. I said, I wish you can help me with my papers.
Hey, this is what I love.
Introduction.
This
Ooh,
is what
I
I
love
love.
that introduction.
Yes,
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 yes. Everybody got it?
got it. Listen,
right.
I got it, baby.
All
Wait a minute,
right,
let me get
all
this.
Yes,
right,
Let me get
all
that thing
right.
right. Right.
yes,
Look at that
You
thing.
better
Look at that
say
thing.
it. You
Sip
better
this
say
tea.
it.
yes.
Sip this tea. Not my business, but I'm gonna give them the business tonight. They gonna
Mm.
get the
Absolutely.
business, right?
Absolutely.
It's a difference
Exactly.
between sipping the tea and pouring the tea now.
That's
I
right.
know, right?
I
I know, I
understand.
know.
I understand. I'm gonna
Same.
pour it a little bit and I'm gonna sip a little bit. How about that?
That's what you
I
do.
like it.
That's what you
That's
do.
right.
So we're gonna start with Angela, because this is her conference that she prayed on and she put it out in the atmosphere. Angela, I just want you to start from, what was the purpose, and then we'll move on so that we can include Shanita in this experience.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna start about 20. Let's go back 25 years ago.
Better do it.
So yeah. So when God gives you a thing, so 25 years ago, it wasn't just myself, but one of my other guests, but she has not been introduced yet, and she has not been you know publicized too much. But this other young lady that is going to be my special guest, her and I were sitting down, and she happens to be my aunt. So we were sitting down 25 years ago, and this is how God does a thing. We were sitting down just watching. I think at the time it might have been Juanita Bynum, and it was Juanita Bynum in the beginning. Juanita Bynum, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, the
Juanita
back in the
Bynum,
day.
the no more sheets. Juanita Bynum,
Right.
and God
Mm,
gave us a thing, and we were sitting there, and we were like, we need to do a conference.
Yes.
25 years ago, we need to do a conference. We're gonna
mm,
call it Release the Baggage. So
Wow.
25 years ago, God
Wow.
put this in our thought process, but we've been busy with
Yes.
life. And God said, it's time. So when He said it was time, I just said, every woman that I have come into contact with that has been impactful in my life,
Mm.
and I know that each and every lady that is going to hit the stage on Saturday, October 7th, right? Each and every one of those ladies have had life situations because life
Yeah.
be life around here for real,
Ooh.
right? Okay, so
Yes.
each and every one of my ladies that are coming, they're coming because they're getting it out the mud. They've
Mm.
Yes.
experienced traumatic experiences. Experienced life situations. You understand? And that's why we are here because it is time for us to release. And some of these ladies that are listening to us right now, they're listening. They know they need to release, but they're not gonna be there
Wow.
because not everybody gonna have a seat at the table. No one
Mm.
understand that. No
Ooh,
one understand that now.
Mm.
Ooh, you slipping on that one. That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm pouring the tea this
Yeah.
time. Just
Now,
sip on
don't you
that
didn't have
bad
to.
boy.
You didn't have to say that.
Huh.
yep.
But I had to say it because God said say it. So it had to
Look,
be said that
I didn't know we
God,
were on here just speaking the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
you see me raise my right hand in this building. What you say, that's what I'm talking about. So
Come on.
Kathleen, from that point to now, I
Yes.
Mm.
realize that there is a need. Women carry baggage and men do too, but that's a whole nother conference for a whole nother day. But right now, my sisters need help. We
Yes.
got to stop.
Yeah.
We have to stop holding on to that baggage, holding things in, things that have happened to us, traumatic experiences from life, childhood experiences. We're
Yes.
bringing that into our adulthood. We're taking that into our parenting. We're taking that into our
Yep.
relationships, into our marriages, and even on our jobs.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes.
We're taking all of
Yes.
this trauma. It's time to release the baggage and let it go.
Yes.
And that's why we are here. And that's why both you ladies are here with me because you have been impactful to me. And I feel like what you have, your voice is going to speak to the world. Your voice is going to speak to these women. And we need to help them heal.
Ab-
Amen.
Absolutely. Yes.
Amen.
Yes. You better say
Amen.
that. You better say that,
Yes.
Angela.
Yes.
Say
I,
that
I don't think
because
it could have been said any better.
I know, right? I know.
Yes.
So being that Angela is, has set the platform for y'all, telling you all why this was created, how long ago this was something that was become that manifest into this. God bless that He said it was gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be fire. Like if you have not signed up, you definitely want to get those tickets and come because these ladies are not playing, and that's why we gonna jump right into Miss Shanita. Miss Shanita, like what when you got the call from Angela asking you to be part of this experience, what made you say yes, and what are you going to bring to this fiery table that we got coming up October 7th? Just give them a little bit.
So let me just say this. First of all, there's no in my vocabulary when it comes to my girl. So I couldn't say no. It's
Yeah.
it wasn't even there. There was no to be said. Angie probably, if there's not been anybody on this planet that has probably been more of a supportive friend and sister,
Yeah.
it's been Angela, and there was no way to say no. And so yeah, there's no way. So anyway, Angie and I have great history.
Yes.
And Angie and I have had the long talks and the long conversations. And so we've seen each other from our some of our lowest of the lowest points to some of our highest of the highest points. And so in that being said, whenever somebody gets the opportunity to see your growth and they see how you did it and they know that you are impactful, then they can't help but to come to you because it's all God after that.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
all God after that. Yeah. So I'm super excited though. Super excited to be down in Savannah, my second home. Because I
Yes.
keep telling you I'm gonna buy me a house down there, up in that little district close over there where you at. I like all that moss, that sea moss and all that.
They'll be glad to have you. So yeah, you going on down there. You're gonna eat good
Oh, I
and be
better
loved on.
look. Savannah, I love me some Savannah. I'm taking my jewelry off because I'm telling y'all, Savannah. I feel like it's so funny because the first time I heard about Savannah, they had a TV show called The Savannah.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
used to say, when I was a little girl, a younger girl, I said, "Ooh, it's so beautiful. All these images in this video." I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna go down there someday. I'm gonna live there someday." And here I am.
Yes.
So it's like Angie, manifestation.
Yep.
Even when sheer manifestation,
Yeah.
even as a kid, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. 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 So, can you give us a little bit of your background, Miss Shanita? I know you have your academy. So, what are some things that have catapulted you into who you are today? Some of the things you did in your life and your business as building. Some of the things that you've done that made you, hey, vital.
Amen.
Come
So
on.
I'm going to start with birth because the Bible tells us that many are called, but few are chosen. And
Yes.
so I specifically believe that I have been chosen for this purpose. And growing up, I am a kid that comes from a trauma background. I never did know that it was trauma because it was my norm.
Right.
And so the thing about the norm is that, we just live through life and then we
Yes.
form perceptions. And so we don't know that this is trauma.
Yes.
And so that's how it started with, the discovery of it all is when I started working in early education.
Okay.
As I was, and I like to say that God kind of sent me through this Scrooge effect, and I'll explain that to you a little bit more. So when I started working in early education, I ended up opening up. I loved what I did. I just loved what I did, but I saw that there were so many behaviors that I didn't know how to deal with because I just didn't think that children behave this way. I
Right.
grew up in the projects, and in the projects, if you talk back, I don't know if y'all said, but you got bust upside the head. That's how they say
Yep.
it. I'm
Yep.
gonna bust you upside your head. I'm gonna pop you in your lip. And
Yep.
so there was a lot of corporal punishment from where I was from. And so when you go to a different environment and you see these children behaving the way that they are behaving, you try to figure out a solution. And that's always been me. The crazy thing is that that's our past. So now I move on to what the future looks like. As I was working in early education, I ended up opening up a home for people who suffer, adults who suffer from mental illness and substance abuse. The funny thing is that I would go to the preschool in the morning, and I would
Uh-huh.
work there. And then when I would get off, I would go and cater to those people who suffer from mental illness and substance abuse. And as I began to talk to them, they were ex doctors and nurses, and they were
Mm,
wives and
mm,
husbands, and you know, um, they were your average Joe, or they were your elite, and they were all in the same space together as one. And there was something that I noticed that was so peculiar about them. In that moment, I could see their child. I could
okay.
actually see the child in them. And I oftentimes wondered, how did you get? So when I would go to the daycare or the school, I could see the little children.
Yes.
And then I started wondering, like, how did you go from this
To
to
that.
this?
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so, God was showing me then that there was something that happened in between to get you there. And what I found out after doing much research is that 85% of our mental health issues start not from birth,
Right.
because we believe that we're born this way, but we're not born this way. There are traumatic experiences that we have that
Right.
cause us to have mental health issues, and that causes us to turn to substance abuse. And oftentimes when we think of turning to um, I'll say an addiction, we look at only alcohol, or we look at, drugs, but we don't think about porn, or we don't think about social media, or we don't think about, some of the other sides of what an addiction looks like. And
Yes.
so I just noticed that there was no difference in the two. I could still see the children in those adults, and I felt that there was that they needed to be free. They needed to be those children again. And then when I would go back into the preschool, I could see the adults in those children. And I said, if they don't stop doing this while they're young, they're going to start looking like this.
Right.
And so that if I'm not being too long winded, but that's
So
where it came from.
you're fine. This. I can say this. I can say this with confidence. The logo on here says Kathleen, so it's all
Come
good.
on.
So do you? Do
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Anybody know me? I always talking about your name ain't on the logo. So when your name on the logo, you do whatever you need to do.
I
And
love it. I love it.
what you're sharing is it makes so much sense because I always like to learn different things because then it makes me as I'm going through my life. I'm in my think mode. And I'll start like observing. So now that you
Yeah,
said this to me, now I'm gonna start like just paying attention to certain things.
absolutely.
Like, okay, all right,
Absolutely.
So yeah, so we're glad, but I'm glad that you found a space of from your heart to help, being that you had went through trauma. God guided you to be able to do what you do because a lot of times people just do things for the money,
Absolutely.
and it's like
Absolutely.
we need people who genuinely can love on us and love us through this. You
And you
know?
know what? The love came along the way.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Because it
absolutely.
wasn't, even working in early education, I'll be honest with you, I didn't love it at first.
Oh,
So a
absolutely.
lot of the times when we're called to something, we don't love it. And then when I started working in the care home, I didn't love it. I was making the money, but God somehow has his way of allowing us or guiding us to be able to open our eyes in the moments that we need to see. And so sometimes it's by hook or by crook.
Yep.
That's
He was
right.
like, "This what you gonna do?
That's right.
This is what I got for you." Because we don't know. I think if we knew the journey that he was gonna take us on, we would
Mm,
all we'd be like, "Oh God, I don't really want. Do I really want to do all that?"
Right.
He's with
right?
us. He's
Right.
guiding
Do I
us.
want to go through that? Do I want to
Exactly.
experience that?
Exactly. Because it's
Do I
not.
want to?
Because it ain't just an escalator.
Correct.
Right.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
Yeah,
It'll
life is
carry
not
you.
just an escalator. So
It'll
yeah.
carry you.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
And that's what's so exciting about this conference that I told y'all gotta come to because we need you to come so you can feel that fire up under your
Exactly.
feet. Like, right?
Exactly.
Y'all went to B stuff, right? Okay. So y'all
Oh,
need to come to hello. So y'all need to come
Right.
to this conference because this is about each lady is presenting something. Each lady is
absolutely.
presenting. Each lady has a bag that she's carrying and she's sharing with you. I'm gonna tell you what my bag is because I'm just so sexy like that. No, I'm just playing.
Come on,
I'm
be
gonna tell you what my bag
sexy.
is, but you gotta
Be
actually come to the
sexy.
stage and see what it
Exactly.
is.
Exactly. That
I'm
She
part.
got a
excited.
sexy bag. She got a
That part.
sexy
That's right.
girl.
I'm
I ain't mad at you.
I'm
So
so
yes,
excited
and
about
so am I. So
this
am I.
opportunity this opportunity to be
Yes.
able to talk about my bag. And Angela's had things before and that was my bag then and I'm still carrying it. So when I say this, somebody's gonna relate to it and they're gonna be like, oh, we gotta come. Yeah, you need to come because
Mm,
I'm talking about rejection. That's
mm,
real. That's real. And didn't and like what you said, Shanita, a lot of times people don't know trauma. I didn't realize that that was traumatic for me until
absolutely.
I'm 52. So I really didn't realize the hold that that had on me until honestly probably within the last year. And
Mm,
that's wow. And I really just been in my zone with what all I want to share when I'm coming to that stage to give that information. So I tell you all that if you want something to, because we're going into the new year, we're getting ready to start last quarter on what,
yes.
Saturday. Saturday,
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm,
Saturday.
mhm.
Saturday
Yes.
or Sunday.
Oh, it's gonna be my birthday too. So y'all
Happy
Yay!
celebrate.
happy
Happy early
birthday!
birthday! Happy
I'll be
Yay!
45,
birthday!
baby. 45 and
Yay!
live, baby.
Yes! Yes!
We're
It's
gonna
your
have to
So,
birthday.
celebrate.
It's your birthday.
We're gonna have to celebrate when you get to
I'm
Savannah.
still gonna be absolutely. I'm still gonna be celebrating. But
Yes.
I'm gonna tell y'all
Yes.
something though. The
Yes.
It's like this with me. You
Yes.
guys are for me. You guys are coming to this conference, right?
Yes.
And I'll be honest with you. Angie knows me that I'm a woman that likes the finer things in life. Now I don't have all the things that I want, but I do like the finer things. And if y'all
Ain't
looked
nothing
over here
wrong
at
with
this
that.
vision board, it'll probably blind you because there's just a
Ooh.
lot of stuff on there. And so, with that being said, one of the things that I learned about the finer things in life is that sometimes it takes a lot longer for it to be made.
Yes.
than it
Yes.
does for the average thing.
Yes.
And so if a person is telling me that they had a vision 25 years ago, okay, can you imagine how fine that thing is going to be?
Oh
So it's
yes.
almost like the longer that it takes, the wait that it takes to get
Yes.
there, the finer that thing is going to be. And so
Yes.
25 years, I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all ain't here, you sleep. Or either
Yep.
you don't like nice things. And
Yep.
I'm trying to introduce y'all to some nice things. And I'm telling y'all to come on out because Miss Angie, 25 years, sis, girl, you
Yes.
done been through something.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
Yep.
That's
You done
right.
been through
Slowly rebuild
something.
it.
That's right.
Mm,
That's right. So what I can most definitely say is that the Release the Baggage Women's Conference is going to be fire. And when
mm.
I tell you fire, it's I mean, hey, if you don't like fire, okay, I understand you're afraid of fire, you don't want to get burnt. But this is the one time that you really want some fire. This is the one just the one time. Just the one time when I tell you the ladies that I got coming on the stage, and I'm gonna go down the roster because see
Please do.
they don't even really understand.
Yes.
So now let's go down the roster, right? So Kathleen, the catalyst herself gonna be there. She's gonna be in the building. Shanita Vital Davis, the name speaks for itself. Vital.
Yes.
Listen to it. It's vital to the operation, to the situation.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
now you got Monique Scott. Monique Scott, I'm talking about a powerful woman, business she's a
Yes.
business strategist. I'm talking about she's building businesses, right? She's
Mm.
building and build businesses in you though. That's what I'm saying. She's
Yes.
pushing you to the next level.
Yes.
So we need a young woman like that that's going to build you up and help you build something and own something, right? So
Yes.
We have Sharon coming from New York, but Sharon is not going to be able to make it with us. So we're going to pray for Sharon that God works everything out for her,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
Linda, listen, Linda. We got, I gotta sit up. I'm gonna sit up for
Sit it
this
out.
one, right? So I'm gonna sit up for this one. But we got Tracy, Duchess, Morris coming, right?
Come
And
on.
those of
Mm.
y'all that are from Savannah know who the Duchess is, right? So you're talking
Yes.
about the finer things in life. I'm sure you'll be right there wanting to get a little something from the Duchess on
Yes.
Saturday, October
Love
17th,
it. I love it.
2023. And then,
I
of course,
love it.
you got me.
You better do
Okay.
it.
So who else can talk about a traumatic experience? I wrote a whole book about it. See it right there. I wrote a whole book
Come
about it.
on.
Love it.
Trauma. Talking about trauma, experiencing infidelity in a relationship and still being able to walk and smile and be in a marriage
Yes.
and still love. My baggage is forgiveness.
Yes.
I had to
Mm.
forgive
Come
my
on.
husband. I had to forgive all the ladies. All
Yes.
the ladies. I release you. Oh my God. I release you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All the ladies, and y'all know who y'all are,
Mm.
known and unknown, I
Yep.
release you. Because I have to.
Amen.
That's my baggage.
Amen.
So
Yep.
when I open my suitcase up, it's forgiveness that comes out. But I also
That's a
have
hard thing to do.
Yeah.
it is
Oh,
hard
yeah.
though. It
That's
is
a
hard
hard
though.
thing to do. And
It
I
is
think that a
hard
lot
though.
of people believe that once you say, I forgive you,
Oh
that it's
no.
over from
Oh
there. It
no.
ain't over from
It
there.
ain't
Nope.
over. It
Oh,
ain't
it
over.
ain't over from
It
there.
ain't over.
Oh, no.
That part,
Yeah.
it's not over. It's not over. Because you'll
Yep.
say you forgive, and then you'll have those trigger moments, and then
Yep.
you back at that thing again. Wait a minute.
Girl, you be looking like Yosemite
Wait
Sam
a,
talking about a trigger.
wait a minute. Wait a minute
For the
now.
old school that know who Yosemite Sam is. You talking about a
Ooh.
trigger.
Yep.
Wait a minute now.
Yep.
Young folk
Hold
don't
up.
know about
Hold up.
that
Wait a
one.
minute now. Wait a minute now.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when you talk about growth and you talk about God and you talk about relationship, see, that's the
Man.
problem with us that we can say those words, I forgive you, but we still hold on to unforgiveness.
Yes.
The true healing, the true deliverance is being able to forgive that person.
Yes.
Okay, yes, the offense happened. And we can even go back and let's take this thing back to traumatic childhood experiences.
Yes.
Let's
Mm.
talk about molestation.
Yes.
Let's talk about if you were physically abused. Let's talk about all of those things.
Right. Right.
Being able to forgive. and let go of that
Yep.
trauma. You
Yes.
cannot move to the next level in your life until you forgive that thing. It's people walking around here that's mad with people that did something to them 52 years ago.
Yep.
Okay? And you still holding on to
Yep.
that. And I forgive you. I release you
That
because
goes back to that
I can't
foundation,
grow.
though.
I can't grow until I let go. Yes. And
Amen.
also learn, let's talk about learned behavior as well. Okay?
Absolutely. And that's
Yes.
the hardest
Okay.
part of the forgiveness part. It's the hoard. You know,
Yes.
it's the hoard, the things that we pick up, the things that we
Mm.
continue to put in our bag. So the
Yep.
bag is a hoarding bag
Yep.
sometimes. And you
Yes.
know, and sometimes there's so much that's piled up inside. There's so much that's so deep inside that we can't even see our way out of it. Y'all seen the hoarding
Yes.
y'all seen
Right.
that hoarding show. Think
Oh
about your
yeah.
life like that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Think about all the things that you've
Oh yeah.
taken on. And then, like my girl Angie said, the bag of forgiveness. Yeah, I forgive you. But man,
Yes.
how much hoarding have I done before I came to
Right.
the place of forgiveness? So now
Right.
That's
we have
right.
to start taking some of that stuff and clearing it out
Right.
so that
Yep.
it
Right.
can be genuine.
You just
So
you
that
just you just
Erica
said
Badu
something.
said that thing, man. Erica, and you
Oh
yeah,
hit that nail right on the head because she said to
yes.
pack light. Okay, we didn't
Mm,
even understand. She was telling us about trauma way back then.
and we didn't
Okay,
ooh,
but I'm
even
gonna say
start
now I'm gonna say
understand.
that for the conference. We ain't about
Yeah.
to do that.
yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
say
you
that
got to.
one for the conference.
We can't do too much talking. You got
Can't
to
do
come.
too
You
much
got to get
talking.
the ticket.
They gotta come. We can't give them all the game.
Oh
Nah,
We
yeah.
that's
can't give them
enough.
all
But
the
we
game,
Oh
man.
yeah.
can.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just cut the whole show off.
Yeah. I know. Right. I'm
Get a
gonna say
ticket.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give them the information for them to come and check the thing out.
Yes.
The piece I just want to drop because they got to come to the show. We can't just give it to all to them like y'all said. All this time that bag been heavy. When you got
Mm.
bags at the house, don't you clear it up? So why you don't want to clear out the bag that you carrying on this? Ooh,
That
Mm.
hurt. Yeah. Ooh.
that's all I'm gonna say, and then I have to say the rest on
Ooh.
October the 7th at 10 a.m. in Savannah, Georgia. Give them the
Yes.
address, Angie.
Ooh.
8610 White Bluff Road. All right. You're going to hit me up. You're going to follow the link. You're going to get your
Mm.
ticket. You got to be in the building. Now,
Yes.
you ain't
Absolutely.
going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad if you're not in the building, but I'm going to tell you that only a select few
Yep.
will have a seat at the table.
Yep.
And when you sit down at that table, you're going to get fed physically and you're going to get fed spiritually.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
You're gonna
Amen.
get so much food that's gonna be at that table. You're gonna be so full.
Yep.
You're gonna be so full.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Because some of y'all got to come out. Y'all got to drop them bags. Let's check them bags. We're gonna have a whole
Check it
check
at the
in. We're
door.
to check your luggage in. We're gonna check in at the door
Yep.
because you're gonna check your bag. You're
Yep.
gonna leave them there.
Oh,
You're
I
gonna
like
release.
that.
You're
Yep.
gonna release this
Mm.
baggage because you need to. You're not gonna be able to grow, baby.
Yep.
You're not. You've been holding on to this thing too long, and you're wondering why
So,
nothing's going right. You know why nothing's going right? Because you're holding on to that baggage.
Yep.
You got the remnants and the debris. You're holding on to that thing. You
Yep.
got to let it go. You got to let it go.
yes.
Lisa
And when are
said
you
they
gonna let it
hoarding.
go?
They hoarding.
October 7th. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stop being a hoarder. Stop being a hoarder. Okay?
And it's
And release
good.
some baggage.
And it's
Mm.
good. What the ref say? And it's
It's
good.
good. That's October 7th. October
October
7th,
7th.
2023. All right.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Release the Baggage Women's Conference. You got to be in the building. You got to
Come.
have a seat at the table.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all
Yeah.
come out and see us. Y'all come and see the diva, Miss Shanita Vital Davis, aka
That's
the
right.
classroom management diva, baby. Listen,
Yes.
I'm here to help you get your ish together.
That's
Let's
right.
do it.
That's right.
Better say
Let's
it.
Yes.
do it.
You
Get
better
your ish
say it.
together.
You better
Yes.
say it. You better say it. You better say it.
There's so much more on
We're-
the other side.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, we're
That's
not gonna
right.
keep up much more of you all's time tonight. All we need you to do is make sure you like and share this with your family and your friends. Make sure who you know, if you know somebody that needs this, tell them, hey, go get them a ticket. Guess what? Guess what? You can buy them a ticket. I'm gonna put the information that in the link once we close out the interview. That way you can go ahead and click, go ahead and get the ticket and come see us so we can feed you with sharing our stuff.
Hmm.
Okay. Showing you our stuff. And then we're
I
going to go
love
from
it.
there. Just have a sisterhood and a fellowship. It's going to be beautiful, guys.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys mind before we get off that I show you guys this tea? Because I
Yes.
know I've been
Yes.
sipping, but I ain't get to tell y'all what I was over here sipping. So y'all make sure y'all go hit my girl up with her scripture tea here. Okay, so there's a scripture on here as well before you drink it. But not only that, it's not your average tea. It's a tea you can see. Ain't no bugs up in here. Ain't no
All
bugs on me,
right.
baby. So
All right.
it's
What's her
all
name? What's her
natural.
name?
What's the name
Her
again?
name is Jackie, and I could we can maybe put the link
I'm
in
going to put
the
it in there.
bio or something like that. But I can assure you that this tea got me going in two ways. Okay, I'm
Yes.
just
Okay.
letting y'all know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
that's that scripture, the scripture tea,
It's
right?
a scripture tea. It
Okay.
definitely has a scripture on it, that simply reminds us of who God is in our lives. Because without Him,
Right.
we ain't nothing.
And that's
Absolutely.
fact on
Absolutely.
everything. Yes.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
again, thank you, Angela, for coming on tonight. Thank you, Shanita, for
Thank
showing up. And
you.
we did what we needed to do. We did what was
Yes.
important to share this mission of what we got going on October 7th. We're going to do what we do, and we're going to make sure that we share it and ask our family and friends to support. And, it's more to this. This is just the beginning of something so great. And I'm
absolutely,
so proud. I'm so proud of you, my
absolutely.
sister. I'm
Right.
so proud of you.
Yes,
That's
I'm so
right.
proud of you.
Kathleen,
yes,
let me add one more thing. So
Go ahead.
I heard you say this is just the beginning. So just keep in mind that we're not only doing this in Savannah, we're going to Atlanta. From Atlanta, we're gonna be in H Town, cause Third Ward, Houston, Texas. What? What? Yes,
yes,
what?
yes.
Yes, yes. So
Yes,
just be on the
come.
lookout for that.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yes,
talking about. So it's
Yes.
not
yes,
just, and if Savannah don't want to be helped, we gonna go where they need help. You
Yep.
understand? That's right.
You
So
will
thank
know
you
what
so
that
much,
song say.
Kathleen.
You know my name. Is that Alicia
mm,
Keys said you know my name? Is that who that? Somebody said you know my name.
Wait a minute
Somebody,
now.
please. Yeah, you
You
gonna
know
know
what, Angie?
already.
I'm feeling that. I don't know why, but I feel compelled to give a ticket away. So we're
Okay,
gonna
let's
see
do
how we
that.
can get
Okay.
maybe give do a giveaway. But you guys are gonna have to share this video. You guys are gonna have to share some stuff with your friends because I think that it's important to maybe not give up your resources, but sometimes your time is so important. Just even sharing the information with your
Yes.
friends and family members, because what good is having it if you're not going to share it and help other people to heal as well. So we're going to make sure that we conjure something up so we can make sure that
Okay.
we get the word out to the people. So if that's okay with you, I'd like to make sure that we do
Okay.
That's
some
all
we,
right.
we
Okay.
give something
That's
away.
all
That's
right.
cool.
Okay.
Yes, that's
And
all
I'll
right
get
with
it
me.
posted up, and we'll all share it on our
Yes,
page. And whoever does
Yes,
whatever we say it, whatever you
yes,
saying that is, then that'll be the winner.
exactly.
Yeah.
yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Let's do
yes.
that.
So, all
Thank you
right,
so
ladies,
much.
what we do at the end, we always just tell everybody have a great night. And we're going to see them on October 7th. But again, somebody's going to win that ticket. I will get that information posted between now and the next 24 hours. And that's all we got for y'all tonight. So y'all
That's
go do whatever
right.
it is y'all was doing.
That's right. Have a good night.
Have
We
a good
love
night. See
y'all.
you guys on
Good
the
night. Have a
seventh.
good
H
night,
Town
ladies.
in the building. We
Yes.
coming down. We're coming down on the bus. So y'all better get
Bam.
ready
That part.
for us. We're coming
That
down in a
part.
drove. So come on.
That's
See y'all
right.
there.
All right.
All right. Good
Bye.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.